Lindsay meets the voice of Roz, character in the movie.
Well, isn't that nice?
And you're not going to believe your eyes.
You play Roz?
And we have Disney Channel's Orlando Brown in the Surfer Studio.
Yes, I feel warm, a lot of love.
And finally, the voice of the Abominable Snowman from Monsters Incorporated is here.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Can you guess who it is? It's all happening today. You know, because we're movie surfers, we get to see movies even before they're in the theaters. Our latest assignment was to check out Disney and Pixar's newest film, Monsters, Inc. Take a look at this.
Oh, nuts.
Disney and Pixar's Monsters Incorporated is an eye-opening look at monsters.
It's true! I saw the whole thing!
They live in a weird world called Monstropolis. One of the biggest companies in Monstropolis is called Monsters Incorporated.
We scare because we care.
A factory that produces energy from screams. You heard right, surfers. The entire city of Monstropolis is energized by kids' screams. Problem is, scaring kids is harder than you think.
What happened?
The kid almost touched me!
You can't touch a child, they're toxic.
You see, in Monsters Incorporated, it's not just the kids who are scared of the monsters. Kitty! But the monsters are scared of the kids.
That thing is a killing machine!
And things get out of control when a human kid named Boo wanders into Monstropolis. Monstropolis will never be the same until Boo's returned home. So it's up to Mike Wazowski, voiced by Billy Crystal.
Is that a joke? Tell me you're joking.
And his partner Sully, voiced by John Goodman.
I'm not going to scare you. I'm off duty.
To take it upon themselves to rescue Boo. But preventing them from their good deed is Randall. It's up to Mike and Sully to go on a wild ride to outwit Randall and return Boo to her home.
The whole movie I thought was just so cool because, like, kids are always afraid of monsters, but it's so cool to see, like, a twist in a movie where the monsters were afraid of kids.
I know, and then they're scared of Boo. Of all people to be scared of. It's like, ooh, we have this scary human coming in, and then you see this little girl and she comes out, Kitty.
Yeah, and you know, the person who played her was 3 at that time, and I love that, how the voices, like, perfectly match the characters. I thought that was really cool, you know?
I was interested in the variety of characters. I mean, there were so many shapes and sizes and colors. I was interested to see how the animators, you know, came up with how the monsters should look. And that's why I got to go to Pixar to meet with some of the animators. Check it out.
See that building behind me? I've been in there. Let me tell you, there's some crazy people in there. And they work in a very weird world. But don't take my word for it. Come on.
First thing you notice when you visit Pixar is how big it is. But that doesn't stop the people who work here from creating their own space. Whether they have a Tiki Hut office or they work at a general store, this company isn't like any other. I wondered if all the craziness at Pixar affected their work. So I asked Angus, one of the animators.
So, this looks like a pretty wild place to work.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like hanging out with your best friends all day, drawing pictures and making movies.
Since this place is so wild and crazy, does that type of environment help you create characters and draw and stuff?
Well, often we work, since the animators do a lot of the acting in the movie, it's good to know who your coworkers are, and by playing together and by hanging out together, we know how to react in our own scenes.
So I noticed the place is full of drawings. Do people doodle all the time? Do you doodle?
Yeah, I doodle before every shot.
What exactly is the purpose of doodling?
To figure out what kind of action I'm going to be acting out for each shot. That's going to read on paper. Then when you get into the animation stage, it'll probably read on screen.
Did you draw back in school?
Oh, yeah.
Like when you were
all the
bored
time.
and stuff? Did that help you, you know, get what you needed to become an animator?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it's just sticking with it.
I brought some of my drawings with me to Pixar. Before I knew it, Angus was asking to take a look at some of the doodles I've done.
I tend to, like, draw and then abandon what I'm drawing really fast.
I do that too. My sketchbooks look very similar as a kid, like where I'd have like half of an eye on a page and be like, oh, I messed it up.
Yeah, exactly. Just this is one that I completed.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of people think that like drawing cartoons or abstract stuff is ridiculous, yet I don't know what the right thing to draw is.
But we'd spent enough time on my doodles. It was time to take a look at Angus's stuff and see how it wound up in the movie.
So how exactly do you create a character?
I get a character, I get a model, which is just like an action figure. Like, take, for example, like Smitty and Needleman. Smitty and Needleman are both geeks, and I went and did some research. I myself am a geek. Oh, there's definitely research.
After Angus researches the characters, he makes a bunch of quick doodles to figure out how they move.
Oh, so they're just fast sketches of
They're
like,
really
how
quick
he would
sketches.
move.
I'm not worried about making it look just like the character. I'm trying to get the attitude across.
Right.
Once he's done with his sketches, he's ready to animate, and it winds up looking like this.
Go get him, Mr. Sullivan! Quiet! You're making him lose his focus! Oh, no! Sorry! Shut up!
After all that I learned at Pixar, I began to feel like one of the animators, and I was gonna relax, Pixar style.
Back to you, surfers.
Nice hair dryer, Mish. Awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
What, did you jump in the pool? You're using the hairdryer?
No, actually, I mean, it was so much fun. I got to ride around on one of those scooters that they dressed up like Sully from the movie, and they put fur all over it.
Rad. The guy that you were talking to, he referred to himself as a geek, and I don't know, in my opinion, he didn't really seem like a geek. Did he seem like a geek to you?
No, just look at the place he was working.
I know.
He was climbing the walls, and no one was stopping him. It's just a fun place to work.
Don't go anywhere, surfers, because when we come back, our guest surfer, Orlando Brown, who plays Sticky on Disney Channel's The Proud Family, is going to be hanging out with us.
Watch a 4-hour marathon of The Proud Family for an afternoon that's off the easy.
Get in there.
Thank you, Coach.
There's no hugging in football.
The Zoog Extra Helpings Marathon continues with The Proud Family, beginning tomorrow at 4/3 Central on Zoog Disney.
Girls got game.
Every great story needs a hero, and this is just the bug for the job.
I'm desperate. Really? I couldn't tell.
Watch Flick the Hero in a huge movie featuring some not-so-huge stars, A Bug's Life, premiering on Disney Channel Friday, November 30th at 8/7 Central.
If you've ever wondered about the magical powers of Santa Claus, then take a sneak peek at the making of Disney Channel's newest original movie, 'Twas the Night.
It's a pretty cool little movie about what happens when the real Santa becomes incapacitated.
What are we going to do?
And so yours truly steps in along with my nephew. And we take over.
Action! In the movie, Santa's sleigh has gone high-tech.
It's the latest model.
The new sleigh has the ability to be led not by reindeer, but with a joystick.
That's a great idea.
Bryan Cranston and the rest of the cast had to act against a blue screen to achieve many of the movie's effects.
It's a little different because you just have to imagine what the end result is going to look like.
Press another button.
Cut!
As we know, sleighs don't actually fly. It's something that an artist working on a computer creates a cityscape, and then we can have our sleigh look like it's flying over that.
We're smoking! That was perfect! It took a whole team of special effects elves and some supersized imaginations to bring Santa's magic to the screen.
Are you with us?
Yeah.
You bet your life, yeah.
This holiday season, don't miss the newest Disney Channel original movie heading your way. 'Twas the Night, opening Friday, December 7th at 8/7 Central. Part of Zoog Weekends.
Welcome back, surfers. Joining us now from Disney Channel is our guest surfer, Orlando Brown.
Hey, how you doing? Whoa. Yeah, I feel warm. A lot of love all up in here. Yeah.
What are you doing on Disney Channel right now?
I have a cartoon called Proud Family, and I play Sticky, the techno whiz, and all the girls love Sticky. You know.
What other stuff have you done for Disney?
Well, I have a movie called Max Keeble's Big Move with Josh Peck and Alex Lins, and I play Dobbs, the bully that goes around with a briefcase, bullying kids for the lunch money.
Have you seen Monsters, Inc.?
Yeah.
So who's your favorite character?
Favorite character was Mike Wazowski. Yeah, he was funny. Hey, he's just a one-eyed dude. He would run around, open his mouth.
Well, my favorite character in Monsters, Inc. was Roz. Let's take a look and see why.
All right. Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
Oh, that darn paperwork. Wouldn't it be easier if it all just blew away?
Don't let it happen again.
Yes, well, I'll try to be less careless.
Hey,
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Whew, she's nuts.
Dude, I just love her. And when the producers of our show found out how much I liked Roz, they set up a meeting with me and the person who does her voice. Let's check it out.
Oh, bye.
Hey, surfers. You know I love these guys, but one of my favorite characters is Roz. Let's go meet her. Okay, so I'm here in what they call the Whisper Room, which is where they recorded the voice for Roz, and she should be here any moment. I cannot wait to meet her.
Hi, Lindsay. I'm Bob Peterson. I play Roz.
Hi.
In Monsters Incorporated.
Good. You play Roz?
What's wrong?
Well, you know, I just thought she was gonna be a woman since the character.
Oh,
no.
Woman. No, Lindsay, no.
How could I be so silly?
She's me. I'm the story supervisor for the movie, and which means I'm the lead storyboard artist.
Cool.
And part of that job is that when we draw storyboards, we come in and we record the temporary voices for the movie. And I just happened to take a shine to Roz, and it ended up sticking. It ended up being very funny.
So can we do like a scene together or something?
Sure. We have two characters that you can do. We have Mike or Roz. I'll teach you. I'll teach you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be daring. I'll choose Roz.
Okay. All right, Lindsay.
Yes.
I'll make the key Roz noise, and then you follow me.
All right.
You can do it. Okay.
I sound like a dying cow.
Well, isn't that nice?
Now, at the end of every phrase, you've got to lilt it off, so it's like, how are you? Got to do that. Try that.
Okay. How are you? My voice is too high to do it.
Hey, you guys. Hey, Pete.
How's it going?
How you doing? Hey, Pete is our director of Monsters, Inc.
Great.
Okay, we
Yes.
found a new Roz. I think I'm out of a job. I think Lindsay's gonna, she's giving me a run for my money. So we're just about ready to start working out a scene. And when you're here, can you just give us a little direction?
Is it, sequence 5?
Yeah, sequence 5, day shift.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna play Mike, and Lindsay's gonna play Roz. Good morning, Roz, my succulent little garden snail. And who would we be scaring today?
Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
Oh, that darned paperwork. Wouldn't it be easier if it just blew away?
Don't let it happen again.
Yes, well, I'll try to be less careless.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. Always.
She's nuts.
Well, she's pretty good, but I don't know about Mike.
Goodbye, movie surfers.
I get so, dying under the table right now.
Just great. Her crazy. I heard your voice when you were doing all that.
Yes, it did hurt my voice a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it was a little hard.
I know you said it was tough on your voice and everything, but I figured you've had time to recover from that. So here's the moment of truth to see if you were listening to him. Do the voice.
Oh,
Just say it.
Oh, just come on,
Just
do the
speak.
voice. Do the voice.
Okay.
Do the voice. Okay, watch.
Okay. I'm watching you, Wazowski. I can't believe you made me do that. Okay, so now that you embarrass me, all of you have to do it. I challenge you guys.
Hey, I have no shame. I'm gonna do it.
2, 3.
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Okay.
We all know that the voices of the monsters were hilarious, and the actual monsters in Monsters, Inc. were just as funny. Let's take a look.
Morning, Mike. Morning, Shelly.
Hey, morning, kids. How you doing?
These creatures exist. They make you laugh. And Mike is one of the favorite characters I've ever played in anything I've ever done.
So now the truth comes out.
Even with him one eye is more animated than characters that I've played with 2 eyes.
Boo. Here comes a monster. And then there comes Bill. Kitty!
Well, usually in these films, you never get to work with the people that you act with. I sort of said, we got to get John and I together.
One without the other.
Sully's a superstar.
He does his job. He's a total professional.
He is the champion screamer.
Plus, he looks like a throw rug with horns.
You call yourself a monster?
Just a big guy with a heart of gold.
She's just your normal snake-haired gal. She works as a receptionist, and she takes her job very seriously. Miss Fearmonger is on vacation. Would you like her voicemail? She has hair that's made out of snakes, and the snakes move and they react to things. There's actually a scene in the movie where she says, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting it cut," and the snakes go, "Ah," like that, and then Mike says, "I like your hair long," and they're like, "Phew."
He's head over heels.
Googly bear.
And he is all head.
You little one-eyed cretin.
Okay, first of all, it's creepy. If you're going to threaten me, do it properly. You need a really good villain in the movie, and that Randall is.
I'm in the zone today, Sullivan. Gonna be doing some serious scaring.
He's sort of this lizard type monster that can sort of meld into any surrounding that he's in so that you don't see him at first.
Get the picture?
That can't be good. Keep a light on, just outside, in the hallway, just in case. Because you never know what's in the closet. And cut!
You never know what's in the closet.
Personally, I liked Randall. I mean, like, the way that he moved and how he could blend in and the sounds
that he
made. Yeah, like
suction definitely cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to stick with Boo though. She cute and all, you know what I'm saying? But I still think that, my man Mike Wazowski is the man. Always through the whole movie.
See, I think Sully is the man because it's just like Billy Crystal said. He's just a big guy with a heart of gold, And I could totally relate to Sully too because he had to face his biggest fear of kids, and I recently got a chance to face one of my biggest fears. All right, surfers, it's time to be totally honest. No matter how cool we may think we are, everyone is afraid of something.
I still take a peek under my bed before I go to bed every night.
I'm scared of dogs.
Spiders.
I always knew this witch's head was going to come up and just look in the window. I always just knew that.
I'm scared of snakes.
There was a couple of aunts of mine.
Going to school.
Darling, we're so proud of you.
I'm scared of my mom's cooking.
That was scary.
Well, in Monsters, Inc., there's a lot to be afraid of. But it's not the kids who are afraid of the monsters. It's the monsters who are afraid of the kids.
Boo!
There's a kid here! A human kid!
So if the monsters in Monsters, Inc. have to overcome their fear of kids, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here at Disney's California Adventure. Well, I have to learn to conquer my biggest fear. Roller coasters. Let's face it, being scared of kids is ridiculous. And being scared of roller coasters is just as ridiculous. And since Mike and Sully go on a wild ride to overcome their fear of kids...
Down!
I have to be willing to go on a wild ride to overcome my fear of roller coasters by riding California Screamin'. But you're all coming with me. This could be the end. This could really be the end.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
Can't we remind you that this thing even has a loop? It's not just like a normal roller coaster. It's like a loop. Okay, there's some kind of sound from the front. Maybe it's... So, was it as bad as you thought it would be? Yeah, in the beginning it was. It was. I was like totally freaked out, but it ended up after like halfway through I was like, okay, it's not so bad. And then like we had the loop, and then that was kind of bad.
I know you would do it again, though, right?
I would do it again.
Okay, let's go check over with Misha. Hey, Mish, what's going on over there at the computer?
Well, Marcus, we're always interested in what the surfers out there have to say. So we put some questions up on ZoogDisney.com. We asked, Sully and Mike are monsters who have hearts of gold. What scared you at first but then turned out to be cool? A, your first day of school. B, your first roller coaster ride, C, your new sibling, or D, moving to a new town.
And when we come back, we'll find out what you have to say. Plus, we'll meet the voice of the abominable snowman.
Why can't they call me the adorable snowman or the agreeable snowman?
Have you guessed who it is?
Somewhere, out past center field, and behind this fence, is the legend of the Beast. Now, 9 boys from the neighborhood who live to play baseball
Whatever goes over that fence becomes the property of the Beast.
will defy all odds to win the game they love. The Sandlot, Friday at 8/7 Central, part of Zoog Weekends.
Some dads are happy mowing the lawn and washing the car. Not Wayne Zielinski.
That sizzles your synapses.
Don't you hate when that happens? He fills his spare time with cloning, time hopping, and brain swapping. You know, the normal family stuff.
My inventions work fine. Danger! Danger! You get the general idea.
The hit movies have been zapped into Disney Channel's newest series, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. Every day, only on Disney.
One more word out of either of you, I'll turn this time machine around.
Friday on Disney.
I'm Hallie.
Duncan Fletcher.
Boy meets girl.
Well, I'll pick you up at 7. Where do you live?
Boy asks girl out.
It's a big white house. You can't miss it.
Boy gets a big surprise.
Come on, I want you to meet Daddy.
Daddy? You mean the president?
Disney presents
You will be sure to take care of my little girl.
My Date with the President's Daughter. Friday at 9:50, 8:50 Central, part of Zoog Weekends.
Sunday on the wonderful world of Disney.
Hey, you!
Tim Allen is back in the movie that brings the spirit of the holidays down to earth.
You killed him.
Sit back and relax. It's the holiday comedy treat
You're the new Santa. You put on the suit, you're the big guy.
that's almost fat-free.
You put on a little weight. Does this look like a little weight to you?
For anyone who's been naughty or nice.
If we go straight on this road and we hit I-94...
The Santa Claus, Sunday 7/6 Central on ABC.
Welcome back, surfers. Here's what you had to say on ZoogDisney.com. We asked you, what scared you at first, but then turned out to be cool? 38% of you said you were a little spooked by your first day of school, but your teacher turned out to be so cool. Another 35% of you said that you were terrified of roller coasters, but now you can't get enough of them. All right, surfers, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. You're about to meet the abominable snowman. Right, Marcus?
That's right, Misha. He's also the same guy who was the voice of Ham in Toy Story 1 and 2 and P.T. Flea in A Bug's Life. Do you know who it is? It's John Ratzenberger.
What's your name? Marcus.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Orlando?
How's it going, Misha?
Misha.
Hey, I'm Lauren.
Lauren, I'm John.
Take it. See you right here.
Is that real candy?
Yeah, you can have some.
No, thanks. I'm just checking.
Why don't you tell us about the abominable snowman?
Snow cone? No, don't worry. It's lemon. Well, it's known as Sasquatch up in the Pacific Northwest. It's called the Yeti in the Himalayas, or the Himalayas. You probably call it the Himalayas, right?
No, I call it the Himalayas.
Oh, see? You just never know.
Can you relate to any of your characters that you played?
Oh, well, the piggyback, yeah, I've got a big slit in my back. Ow! Ooh! All right, nobody look till I get my cork back in. Then we drop coins into...
You have a cork in your belly, which opens.
Oh, great! Oh, that's... I'll show you that.
If you ever need money, you just go.
Who's your favorite Pixar character that you've done so far?
Oh, P.T. Flea.
Yeah?
Yeah, Bugs Life. Yeah, he was nuts. Yeah, he was loony. Yeah, yeah, being shot out of a cannon. Flaming death! He shoots himself out of a cannon on fire.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, just to make a couple of bucks.
Did you do any research for that one?
Set myself on fire.
Set myself on fire and shot
I
myself.
set the Yeti on fire.
Did you have to change your voice very much for the abominable snowman?
No, what I tend to do is get the rhythm of the character. What the character's basic foundation is he a worried person? Is he a happy person? Is he fast, slow? And then I make the adjustments there.
Were you afraid of monsters when you were a kid?
No, not really monsters, but I remember during bright moons and lived, there was a lot of trees around, and the shadows of the trees would play on my wall and the branches. Oh, yeah. I mean, I imagine Attila the Hun and his band of barbarians racing through my kitchen. You know. I think they did one night.
That about does it for today's Movie Surfers. We'd like to thank our guests Orlando Brown and John Ratzenberger for hanging out with us.
Monsters, Inc. is now playing in theaters. And be sure to look out for Disney's Return to Neverland.
Hello, Wendy.
I'm not Wendy. I'm her daughter, Jane.
Come on, guys, let's go sign the board.